Hey, what's up with it, guys? Hey, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a quick one, but I wanted to show you guys how I'm optimizing the in-game mail system to help give me access to all my items, especially come phase 2. This is actually a really important thing to understand to be able to utilize, so you're not having to waste all your bag space or bank space or things like that. So obviously you can create alts for free, and they're quick and easy to get to towns that have mailboxes and things like that. So what I have here, as you can see, I have basically all my bag space open. But if I was to go out right now and go out into world PvP and say I go to Terran Mail, for example, right? I have all my mail is stocked with all these different PvP items that I have access to. So for example, if I know I'm only going to go out in PvP for 20 or 30 minutes or an hour or something like that, I don't need to grab 10 stacks of any of these items, right? I can grab 2 or 3 stacks and grab accordingly at what I need at that given time. That way I'm not stacking my bag space full of all these consumables and things that I need because I don't want to have to go back to town and get them. So the mail system in this, well, each line item of mail basically stacks up to 12 items, 12 stacks of items, right? So I have 12 stacks of grenades, 12 stacks of resto pots. I think I have like 8 stacks of food or whatever, 12 stacks of lips, and another 12 stacks of grenades, right? So if I'm gonna go out for a little bit, I can grab maybe 4 stacks, pull them in, and then the rest will just sit in my mail for 30 days. So it's great because it lets me keep all my bag space open, or as much bag space as I need open. Now, one other trick to the mail system that a lot of people don't know is that the return button, you can see here, the return button on the mail does not take an hour to send back to that character. So I'll say that again. So for example, if I sent from my main to my alt 12 stacks of grenades, they could sit in my alt mail for a long time, and then as soon as I know, okay, I'm going to go PvP now, I want those back in my mail, I can go on my alt, I just hit return on the mail button, and it instantly will be back on my main's mail. So what this does is, if, for example, on your main character, say you're doing auctions or you're a streamer or whatever, you get a lot of mail all the time, you don't want your mail just stacked with items because you don't want to have your mailbox being full all the time. You can basically have like a mail alt, if you will, where you're mailing items to that character from your main, like premeditated, so that you can basically be resending those back to your main. And the return mail function is instantaneous. You do not have to wait an hour. So it allows you to basically be able to do it on a whim whenever you want, and you don't have to preemptively try and figure out an hour ahead of time if you need something or not, right? So it's a really, really effective way to being able to basically act as if you have instantaneous mail like it does in retail, and utilize the in-game mail system to help do that. So hopefully that made sense. If you guys have questions on that, please feel free to hit me up below. Oh, one other thing I was going to point out is that the other great thing about the mail system is that you can have subjects on all of these, or have items coming from different alts, which is another really effective way to organize things. So like, I could have another, set of mail that's raid materials or grenades or whatever, and you can title these whatever you want to help you keep organized and not have to use up all your bank space or your bag space. So using the subject line as well in the mail is also a really helpful trick. Anyways, so hopefully you guys found that helpful. Let me know if you guys have questions. On that note, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.